you can feel completely confident about your first time camping alone until maybe the sun starts to set. And then suddenly everything starts to feel just a little bit more intense. The quiet sort of feels bigger, the noises get a little bit creepier and louder, and your brain starts asking questions that it honestly wasn't asking you about an hour ago. I've spent a ton of nights camping alone, and I can tell you that first night can honestly get in your head a little bit. But here's something that I've learned. If you take the time to set yourself up well before it starts to get dark, then that first night doesn't end up feeling that scary. You're going to end up being super proud of yourself and excited to do it again. Hey, I'm Bing, and I have been solo camping for a lot of years now, most of them with Lexi the Golden. I'm pretty passionate about camping on my own, and that passion comes, at least in part, from feeling confident. And I would love to help you get to that same place. Let's start building it with confidence before you arrive. So when you decide to plan your first solo camping trip, honestly, the best advice is to adopt that old Boy Scout adage of be prepared. And I don't mean over-prepared, but there are certainly things that you can and should do before you take your first solo camping trip. So let me just give you a few of them here. Read reviews. We have so much access to information online now. Absolutely take advantage of that. So once you decide the general area you want to go, start checking out the campgrounds online. Do deep dive, look at the pictures, read the reviews, look at the videos, see what people have to say about the space that you want to stay in. Is it super busy? Is it very quiet? Does it feel a little off-putting? Just determine the type of environment and see if that seems to jive with what you're looking for. You can't get it right every time, but that certainly goes miles towards arriving in a place that already feels pretty comfortable to you. So I'm keeping this brief here, but I want to at least point to another video that I've done called How to Choose Safe Campsites as a Solo Woman Camper. So it's pretty deep dive. If you want more information, you should check it out. This next bit's super important. I never want to rush into a campsite at sunset. It is so much better for my mind, body, and spirit to arrive a few hours earlier. It definitely makes the nights easier when I already know what it looks like in the daytime. So I want to get completely set up. I want to walk around the area. I want to know where the exits are. Campgrounds are often loops, and sometimes they're a little confusing, so I want to know how to get around. I want to know where the bathrooms are, where the trails are, where the firewood is. Just want to get settled before it gets dark. And then I just feel so much better and cozy and happy with my fire going and just ready for the evening. The flip side of that is that if you do arrive in the dark, then you are so much less aware of everything that's around you, and it can kind of freak you out. I'm talking about me just a little bit. So just don't put yourself in that position. Plus, I've learned that when I rush through my setup, then I make mistakes for one thing, but I also just feel unsettled. And when I take my time, then I can just really relax and enjoy myself. Oh, and here's a very important extra tidbit. I always tell people this. If you arrive at your campground, even if you've vetted it completely online, you get there and it doesn't feel right, then just leave, because that's the safest thing to do. And trust your instincts and just go. I've done it lots of times and I've never regretted it. So we could definitely discuss a lot of other safety related topics here, but this isn't really the time or place. But I do have something that is very valuable and free that you can have if you'd like to just gain some confidence, not just about safety in the campsite, but also just being safe as you travel on your own. It's my super simple guide to road trip safety, and it really helps you walk through everything before you head out, not just camping. I'll pop it in the description below. Let's chat a little bit about setting up your campsite, because I think that can bring you a lot of peace of mind if you get that done in a way in the daylight where you feel really comfortable and calm. So here's a few things you can do. First of all, the way you park your vehicle, you want to make sure it's in a place where if you had to make a quick exit, you could do so fairly easily. So I've never had to do that, but I do always think about it. And then lighting. Lighting is probably your very best friend, obviously, in the dark, because then you're not in the dark anymore. So I have a really great lantern that I have here that is great for just at my site. It really lights up the picnic table area and whatever. I can also hang it inside my tent. I have little string lights that I keep inside my tent that hang inside my tent, and a fan that has a light on it. And then I have a great flashlight. I love this flashlight. I keep this by my bed, and then I keep a few other things alongside my bed too, in addition to just the lights. I have pepper spray, I have a birdie whistle, and then of course my keys if I need them. So those are things, oh, and my phone, of course. So those are things that I keep close by when I sleep, or I can just grab them if I need them. So all these things give me peace of mind, and I just plan a little bit ahead of time so that I do feel calm and comfortable about that. Also, I should just mention, this is not a gear video, so I'm not going into all of that, but I do have a lot of items that I love that I've learned over the years. Some are safety related and some are not, but I will just put the link to what is my Amazon camping list in the description below, and you can shop to your heart's content. So also, let's just talk for a second about how nighttime doesn't make things more dangerous. Hear me again. Nighttime does not make things more dangerous. It just makes them more unfamiliar because your senses now, you've lost one, right? You can't see anything, or you can't see very much. So now our hearing gets really ratcheted up, and then we let our mind play tricks on ourselves sometimes. So just think ahead of time, like, yeah, it might be windy, and I will tell you that wind in a tent in the dark is a little unnerving. But if it was wind in the daylight, it wouldn't be. So you just kind of have to think through it just a little bit. Things like leaves rustling, somebody's door shutting. It could even be the headlights, so that's not a sound, but headlights that are out there. And of course, animals. Yes, you're in a campground. There will be animals. You're going to be where there's squirrels and there's rabbits, and of course, there's dogs like mine. There may be bigger animals. So just if that's the case and that's something that really bothers you, there's going to be deer, then just find out ahead of time what's around if it makes you feel more comfortable, for sure. Also, there can be footsteps. So if you're in a campground, there are other people. That's okay. That's normal. And you just have to decide again, like if I was sitting here in the middle of the afternoon in my tent and I heard footsteps, I probably wouldn't freak out. But it's dark out now. But I have a flashlight and I have a lantern and I have my pepper spray and I have all the things. So just prepare yourself and you'll be fine. And also just remember, there is a difference between something being new and something being unsafe. One thing I've noticed over the years is that having a routine really makes things so much easier for both of us. It really makes a huge difference both on the road and then when I'm camping as well. So I'm always heading into new spaces, but it can be a little off-putting as well as being like truly exciting. So having a routine about how I get organized in the evenings, especially in a new camp setting, it really gives me a lot of peace of mind. For me, that looks like unpacking, setting up my tent, taking a walk with Lexi and just getting my bearings. All of those things are just part of a routine that we have developed over time, and it really works for us. Keeping Lexi on her feeding schedule also is important. That is part of her routine, and it's not like she would really give me an alternative, I don't think, because she is a golden through and through and very food obsessed. Lexi eats BJ's raw pet food, and when we're on the road, it's a freeze-dried version, which she is also pretty obsessed with. She absolutely loves it, and it has made travel so much easier for us than it used to be. So if you're considering maybe upping your dog food game at your house and on the road, then give BJ's a try. They have so many awesome varieties and products. Lex has tried just about all of them and loves them. And right now you can get 25% off your entire order using our link below. Lexi's been eating BJ's Raw pretty much her whole life, and it is the one thing in her life that must stay on schedule. We all love a bit of familiarity. I think it helps a lot, and Lexi likes having a full belly as well. And finally, I just want to tell you to pay attention to yourself. We get caught up in all the extraneous things and all the things going on around us, But even the simple things of like making sure that you stay hydrated and making sure that you're eating well and that you've got what you need to be warm or dry and that you're getting enough sleep and that you're not overstimulated from driving all day. Whatever it is, just pay attention to the rhythms that you know help you feel more comfortable. For me, what that looks like oftentimes is once I get a campsite set up, the first thing that I want to do, and sometimes before I even set up, I want to walk. I want to take a walk. I need to breathe. I need to stretch my legs. Lexi needs to stretch her legs. And I really just want to see everything that's around me. That brings me calm and peace, but it also helps me relax. So think about what are the things that you need to really take care of yourself so that you can rest easily. And I'll be honest, sometimes you're not going to get the best night's sleep when you're camping because there is a lot going on around you. But that's okay. Like, you just go into it knowing that's part of the deal. But you know what? Sometimes I sleep like an absolute rock. I just want to say that if you are planning your first solo camping trip, then I kind of envy you just a little bit. I will never forget my very first night camping on my own. I can honestly say that it was one of the most freeing and liberating and amazing experiences of my life at the time. I know that may sound a little over the top, but I swear absolutely that that is true. And maybe that's just me, but I really want that for you too. You can totally do it, and you can do it joyfully. I think you just need to take your time, prepare, not over prepare, but just enough to take the guesswork out of some of it so that you can just relax. And then I want you to just go and trust yourself and just enjoy the heck out of every minute of it. If this has been helpful to you, please know that this channel is loaded with videos full of camping content as well as solo travel content and solo road tripping content. And it is my joy and my passion to equip and inspire women, especially, to get out there on their own and to seek and find wonder in the world. Consider subscribing to the channel and turn on the notifications so you don't miss new videos. Lexi and I hope to see you on the road and also in the campground.